Imagine a world shrouded in perpetual darkness, where our ancestors huddled in cold caves, their fate bound to the whims of nature. What if fire had remained an untamed force, a distant spectacle in lightning strikes and volcanic eruptions? What if we had never learned to harness this primal energy that dances before our eyes? Picture our world today without that first spark of innovation. No warm homes, no cooked meals, no gathering places where stories are shared. Our entire civilization hinges on that pivotal moment when our ancestors first tamed the flames. Fire wasn't just a source of warmth or light. It was our first step towards mastery over nature, our earliest triumph over the elements. That mesmerizing dance of orange and red became the hearth of humanity, the crucible where our species truly began to evolve. Close your eyes and travel back 300,000 years. Feel the bitter cold of the Ice Age against your skin. Hear the howling winds and distant predators. Now witness the moment when a small group of early humans discovers they can not only preserve but create fire. Watch as their eyes widen with wonder, their hands reaching out to this mysterious force that would forever change their destiny. This is the story of how a simple flame ignited the greatest revolution in human history. A revolution that would transform not just how we survive, but how we live, think, and connect as a species. This is the story of fire, humanity's first and perhaps greatest discovery. In this profound moment of discovery, our ancestors didn't just find a way to stay warm or cook food. They unlocked the key to becoming human as we know it today. The mastery of fire marked the beginning of our ascent from mere survivors to shapers of our own destiny. Before we dive into the fascinating journey of prehistory, enjoy this video and subscribe to the Dawn of Humankind channel for more incredible stories. During the Paleolithic era, approximately 300,000 years ago, our ancestors stood on the brink of an evolutionary leap that would forever alter the course of human history: the mastery of fire. This pivotal moment marked the beginning of humanity's first technological revolution. Picture this: in a world where survival hung by a thread, where darkness meant danger and cold meant death, our ancestors made an extraordinary discovery. Just as today's smartphones have transformed how we communicate, work, and live, fire became the original transformative technology of humankind. The mastery of fire wasn't just about creating warmth or light. It represented the first time humans could actively control an element of nature, marking our species' first step toward environmental manipulation. This achievement distinguished early humans from all other species, setting us on a unique evolutionary path. In caves and shelters across Africa and Eurasia, our ancestors learned to maintain and create fire through careful observation and experimentation. This process might have taken thousands of years of trial and error, passing knowledge from generation to generation. Like modern technology that spreads rapidly across cultures, the knowledge of fire control spread among different human groups, creating a network of shared technological advancement. The impact was revolutionary. Just as today's digital revolution has reshaped society in mere decades, fire transformed every aspect of early human life. It provided protection from predators, extended the day beyond sunset, and created the first social gathering spaces. More importantly, it gave our ancestors the ability to cook food, leading to better nutrition and, consequently, enhanced brain development. This mastery of fire marked humanity's first step toward becoming the dominant species on Earth. It was our first killer app, if you will, a groundbreaking innovation that would cascade into countless other advancements. The controlled use of fire became the foundation upon which human civilization would eventually be built, much like how digital technology serves as the backbone of our modern world. The parallels between fire and modern technology are striking. Just as we gather around our screens today to share information and connect, our ancestors gathered around flames to share stories, plan hunts, and strengthen social bonds. Fire became the original social network, the first technology to bring humans together in a meaningful way. In the flickering light of a carefully maintained fire, we meet Cora, a young hunter from a Paleolithic clan. Her dark eyes, sharp and attentive, reflect the dancing flames as she absorbs every detail of her father's ancient wisdom. At 15 summers old, she represents the bridge between survival knowledge and future generations. Her father, Thuruk, is one of the clan's most respected elders. His weathered hands, marked by years of hunting and fire tending, move with practiced precision as he demonstrates the delicate art of fire maintenance. His face, etched with lines of experience, tells stories of countless winters survived and knowledge accumulated through decades of tribal life. Around them, the clan goes about their evening rituals. Children watch in fascination, much as their parents did before them, learning the sacred responsibility of keeping the flame alive. The firekeeper's role was perhaps one of the most crucial positions in Paleolithic society, as important as any hunter or gatherer. Cora learns that different woods produce different flames. Her father teaches her how dried moss and small twigs must be carefully arranged, how to shield the precious ember from wind, and how to gradually build the fire to last through the cold night. This knowledge, passed down through generations, was as vital as knowing how to hunt or identify edible plants. In these quiet moments between father and daughter, we witness more than just a practical lesson. We see the embodiment of human civilization's most fundamental teaching method, direct transmission of knowledge from elder to youth. This sacred exchange of information ensured the clan's survival and represented the earliest form of education. The fire pit becomes their classroom, the flames their textbook. Each crackle and spark carries the weight of thousands of years of human experience. When Cora eventually becomes a teacher herself, she will remember these moments, passing on not just the technical knowledge of firekeeping, but also the stories, the warnings, and the wisdom that came with it. This intimate scene around the fire represents the essence of Paleolithic social structure. The interconnectedness of family, the strength of community bonds, and the critical importance of preserving and transmitting knowledge. It was in these moments that our ancestors ensured their survival, not just through physical means, but through the power of shared knowledge and experience. Fire's journey from natural phenomenon to controlled tool represents humanity's first great technological revolution. Initially, our ancestors encountered fire as a mysterious and fearsome force of nature. Lightning strikes igniting dry grasslands, volcanic eruptions, and spontaneous combustion of organic materials provided their first exposure to this elemental power. The discovery phase began with observation. Early humans noticed how lightning-struck trees would burn for days, how certain rocks could preserve embers, and how different materials burned at different rates. These observations led to the first primitive attempts at fire preservation, keeping natural fire alive by feeding it with carefully selected fuels. The technological breakthrough came when our ancestors learned to create fire at will. This mastery involved several sophisticated methods. The friction method, where wooden tools were rubbed together to generate heat. The percussion technique, striking specific types of stones to create sparks. The compression method, using pressure to create heat and ignition. Each of these methods required not just technical skill, but an understanding of materials, weather conditions, and timing. This knowledge represented one of humanity's first systematic approaches to technology. The ability to cook food triggered a cascade of evolutionary advantages. When meat is cooked, its protein structure changes fundamentally, making it significantly easier for our digestive system to break down and absorb nutrients. This efficiency increase wasn't just a mere convenience, it was a biological revolution. The thermal processing of food brought several critical advantages. Cooking broke down tough fiber structures in both meat and plant materials. Heat denatured proteins, making them more bioavailable. The process eliminated dangerous parasites and bacteria. Cooked food required less energy to digest, allowing more energy for brain development. A fascinating scientific insight reveals that cooking meat increased nutrient absorption by approximately 15%. This improvement in nutritional efficiency had profound implications for human evolution. The additional energy and nutrients supported the development of larger brains, which required significant caloric resources. Moreover, cooking transformed inedible or toxic plants into valuable food sources. Certain roots, tubers, and grains that were previously indigestible or even poisonous became safe and nutritious through cooking. This vastly expanded the human diet and allowed our ancestors to survive in diverse environments. The technology of cooking also led to food preservation methods. Smoking meat, for instance, became an early form of food storage, allowing communities to preserve their hunting yields for longer periods. This technology of preservation marked another crucial step in human development, enabling more stable food supplies and reducing the constant pressure of immediate food gathering. This mastery of fire and cooking technology represented humanity's first step toward controlling and improving our natural environment. It was the foundation upon which all future technological innovations would be built, from metallurgy to modern cuisine. In the harsh reality of the Paleolithic era, survival hung by a thread as delicate as the flames our ancestors protected. During the brutal ice ages, when temperatures plunged to devastating lows, the mastery of fire became the cornerstone of human resilience. Picture a winter night during the last great glacial period, temperatures dropping to -40 degrees, howling winds cutting through primitive shelters, and darkness extending for up to 18 hours in higher latitudes. In these extreme conditions, fire wasn't merely a technological advancement, it was the thin line between survival and extinction. The challenges our ancestors faced were manifold and merciless. When ice sheets stretched across continents, maintaining body heat became a constant struggle. Without fire, the human body would quickly succumb to hypothermia. The flames provided not just immediate warmth, but also allowed for the development of other survival technologies, like the drying and treatment of animal hides for warmer clothing. As darkness fell, the threats multiplied. Large predators, cave lions, dire wolves, and other formidable hunters, posed a constant danger to human groups. The fire served as a protective barrier, creating a safe zone that few predators dared to breach. Each carefully maintained flame became a fortress against the dangerous wildlife that ruled the night. Keeping the fire alive required intricate knowledge and constant vigilance. In harsh winters, finding dry fuel became a critical challenge. Groups had to carefully plan and store resources, developing early systems of resource management. The responsibility of maintaining the fire often meant the difference between group survival and catastrophe. The challenges of survival forged stronger social bonds. During the coldest periods, groups would gather tightly around their fires, sharing body heat and resources. These conditions led to the development of complex social structures and cooperation strategies that would later become the foundation of human civilization. The fire keepers held one of the most crucial roles in the group. Their ability to maintain flames during storms, preserve embers for future fires, and teach these skills to the next generation was paramount. When groups migrated, they developed sophisticated methods to transport fire, carrying embers in hollow horns or special containers, a prehistoric version of mobile technology. The psychological impact of these challenges was profound. Fire provided not just physical warmth, but also hope, a literal light in the darkness. Each successful night of keeping the flame alive represented a victory against the elemental forces that threatened human existence. This battle against nature shaped our species' understanding of technology, cooperation, and resilience. Archaeological evidence reveals the ingenuity of our ancestors in meeting these challenges. Cave sites show sophisticated fire management techniques, carefully constructed hearths, strategic placement for optimal heat distribution, and evidence of long-term fire maintenance. These discoveries tell a story of human adaptability and determination in the face of overwhelming odds. In many ways, these ancient challenges echo in our modern struggles with climate and environmental issues. Just as our ancestors had to adapt and innovate to survive, we face our own existential challenges that require technological innovation and social cooperation. The story of fire is not just about survival. It's about humanity's eternal struggle to master and coexist with the forces of nature. Each flame that our ancestors maintained through those brutal winters represented not just survival, but the indomitable human spirit, a spirit that would eventually lead our species to dominance over the very elements that once threatened our existence. The mastery of fire by our Paleolithic ancestors offers profound insights into our modern challenges, particularly regarding climate change and environmental adaptation. Their journey from vulnerable primates to masters of elemental forces provides a powerful template for human innovation and resilience. Just as our ancestors faced the existential threat of extreme climate conditions during the Ice Age, we now confront the challenges of global warming and environmental degradation. The parallels are striking. The innovative use of fire by our ancestors offers valuable insights for addressing modern challenges. Their methodical approach to understanding and controlling fire mirrors our current need to develop sustainable technologies. These early humans mastered the creation, maintenance, and utilization of fire without depleting their environmental resources, a lesson that is especially relevant as we strive to balance renewable energy development and resource management. The mastery of fire was not the work of one individual, but the result of generations of shared knowledge and collective effort. The Paleolithic people passed down skills and strategies, ensuring their communities thrived even in the harshest conditions. Similarly, Today's climate challenges require global cooperation and the sharing of technological innovations across nations and cultures. By working together, we can address the pressing need for solutions that benefit humanity as a whole. Our ancestors' ability to adapt to changing environments through fire is a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. Fire was more than a tool for survival. It became a symbol of adaptation and innovation. These early strategies show us how modern societies can confront rapidly shifting climate conditions with creativity and resourcefulness. The way our ancestors managed fire holds key lessons for contemporary society. Their careful use of fuel resources embodies the principles of sustainability, teaching us the importance of balancing consumption with conservation. They understood that depleting resources without replenishment could lead to dire consequences, a critical reminder as we face challenges related to overconsumption and environmental degradation. Just as fire required careful control to prevent destruction, modern technologies demand thoughtful management to minimize environmental impact. Our ancestors respected the dual nature of fire, recognizing its power to provide warmth and light while also acknowledging its potential for destruction. This same balance is essential as we harness advanced technologies, ensuring their benefits outweigh the risks. The Paleolithic community's resilience in surviving extreme conditions underscores the importance of shared responsibility and collective effort. By working together, they were able to build strong networks that ensured survival. This sense of community offers a model for modern societies facing climate challenges, where resilience depends on cooperation and mutual support. Perhaps one of the most enduring lessons is the importance of long-term thinking. The investment our ancestors made in teaching fire-making skills to younger generations reflects an understanding of intergenerational responsibility. Today, this same perspective is crucial as we work toward solutions that ensure a sustainable future for generations to come. The mastery of fire also underscores the need for environmental stewardship. Just as early humans learned to use fire without destroying their immediate surroundings, we must prioritize ecological balance in our technological and industrial practices. Their purposeful development of fire-related tools reminds us that innovation should be directed toward solving specific challenges, not pursued without clear societal benefits. The way fire brought communities together serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of social cohesion. Paleolithic communities relied on shared responsibility, not only for survival, but also for thriving in challenging conditions. Facing today's environmental crises requires strong social bonds, unified efforts, and a shared commitment to the greater good. Practical lessons from their legacy include the value of education and knowledge transfer. By passing down essential skills, our ancestors ensured the survival of their communities. Similarly, we must emphasize environmental education and promote the adoption of sustainable practices across generations. The development of new technologies should also follow their example, addressing fundamental human needs while respecting ecological limits. Finally, the resilience of Paleolithic communities demonstrates the power of collective problem-solving. Modern societies can learn from their model of shared responsibility, applying these principles to address environmental challenges collaboratively. The story of fire mastery is a reminder that humanity has faced and overcome seemingly insurmountable environmental challenges before. Our ancestors succeeded through innovation grounded in necessity, respect for natural forces, community cooperation, long-term thinking, and careful resource management. By reflecting on their legacy, we can find inspiration and guidance for creating a sustainable future. These same principles can guide us in addressing current climate challenges. While our modern problems may seem more complex, the fundamental requirements for success, creativity, resilience, and collective action remain the same. Their legacy teaches us that adaptation is possible, that innovation can arise from necessity, and that human ingenuity, when combined with respect for natural systems, can create sustainable solutions to even the most daunting challenges. Deep within the archaeological record lies a fascinating collection of revelations about our ancestors' relationship with fire. The very first traces of controlled fire use take us on an incredible journey back 1 million years to the dawn of human innovation. In the caves of South Africa and the shelters of ancient China, researchers have uncovered compelling evidence of our earliest ancestors gathering around carefully maintained flames. These ancient fires tell us remarkable stories. In Wonderwork Cave, South Africa, Scientists discovered ash deposits and burned bone fragments dating back 1 million years, providing the earliest definitive evidence of humans controlling fire. This discovery revolutionized our understanding of human evolution, suggesting that our mastery of fire began far earlier than previously thought. Our ancestors treated fire as an invaluable resource, something more precious than gold. When a group discovered or created fire, they protected it with their lives. Specialized members of the clan were designated as fire keepers, tasked with the crucial responsibility of maintaining the flames day and night. During migrations, they developed ingenious methods to transport fire, carrying smoldering embers in hollow animal horns or wrapped in certain types of moss that could keep an ember alive for days. The fire became humanity's first social media platform. As darkness fell, groups would gather around the flames, creating the first social centers in human history. These fireside gatherings became the birthplace of human culture. Stories were shared, passing down crucial survival knowledge and cultural traditions from one generation to the next. The flickering flames witnessed the first human conversations, the earliest strategic planning sessions, and the birth of oral traditions that would later evolve into literature and art. Around these ancient hearths, leaders emerged and important decisions were made. The firelight created a unique atmosphere where hierarchies could be established, alliances formed, and communities strengthened. Archaeological evidence shows that these fire circles were often carefully constructed, with stones placed in specific patterns to reflect heat and create comfortable seating areas for the group. In many ancient cultures, fire took on sacred significance. It became associated with divine power and transformation, leading to the development of the first religious and spiritual practices. The act of maintaining and sharing fire created bonds between different groups, establishing early trade networks and diplomatic relations. The fire's warmth extended beyond the physical realm. It created a psychological sanctuary where our ancestors could feel safe from predators and the dangers of darkness. This sense of security allowed for the development of complex social behaviors and cognitive abilities that would eventually set humans apart from other species. These ancient fires continue to influence us today. Our instinctive attraction to flickering flames, our tendency to gather around campfires, and our use of fire in cultural ceremonies all echo back to those first controlled flames that transformed our species from vulnerable primates into the dominant force on Earth. Through fire, our ancestors learned the power of transformation. They discovered that heat could change not only their physical world, but their social existence as well. This understanding became the foundation of human civilization, igniting a journey of innovation that continues to this day. As we stand here in our modern world, surrounded by technological marvels, a simple flame still holds the power to mesmerize us, connecting us to our deepest ancestral memories. When we gaze into a flickering flame today, we're witnessing the same transformative force that sparked humanity's first great revolution. This wasn't merely a technological discovery. It was humanity's first step into the realm of the extraordinary, our first act of magic. Fire represents more than just the ability to create warmth or cook food. It symbolizes humanity's first triumph over nature's limitations. That initial mastery of flame marked the moment when our species began to shape its own destiny. Through fire, we didn't just survive. We began to dream, to create, to transform our world in ways that no other species had ever achieved. The legacy of this silent revolution continues to burn bright in every aspect of our civilization. From the humble cooking fire to the rockets that pierce our atmosphere, from the forges that shaped our first tools to the nuclear reactions that power our cities, all trace their lineage back to that first controlled flame. This mastery of fire represents the exact moment when we transcended our biological limitations and began our journey toward becoming the dominant species on Earth. It was our first step into technology, our first venture into reshaping our environment, and our first glimpse of what we could become. Today, as we face new challenges and seek new innovations, we would do well to remember the profound lesson that fire taught us, that with knowledge, courage, and creativity, humans can master the seemingly impossible. The same spirit of innovation that allowed our ancestors to tame fire continues to drive us forward, pushing the boundaries of what we can achieve. Just as fire illuminated the darkness for our ancestors, the story of fire illuminates our understanding of human potential. It reminds us that every great journey begins with a single spark, that every revolution starts with one moment of discovery, and that our capacity for transformation is limitless. As we observe a simple flame today, we're witnessing the echo of a silent revolution that transformed our species forever. Fire wasn't just a technical discovery, it was humanity's first great act of magic, the moment when we began to write our own story in the pages of history. Has this journey through humanity's past ignited your curiosity? Join our community of history enthusiasts at the Dawn of Humankind channel. Like, share, and subscribe to embark on more fascinating explorations of our shared past. We want to hear from you. What other prehistoric breakthrough would you like to explore? Was it the invention of tools? The birth of language? Or perhaps the origins of art? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue uncovering the remarkable story of human innovation together. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our upcoming episodes, where we'll continue to unravel the mysteries of human prehistory and explore the groundbreaking discoveries that shaped our species. Join us next time as we venture further into the dawn of human civilization, where more extraordinary stories await. The past is calling. Will you answer? Remember, every ending is just the beginning of a new discovery. See you in our next prehistoric adventure.